If you think about a typical cosmetic product on the screen, you may think it's quite simple. It's not quite that simple, unfortunately, for people like me. You have many components in the cosmetic product. You have the packaging, you have the labelling, you have the product itself, you have all the chemicals that go into the different components of that we need to consider when we are considering our chemical policy. And then we have the consideration of trying to make that product available in many different markets, and that's always a challenge because you often have overlapping regulatory pressures from different geographies requiring different things. So it's a very difficult challenge for us to compete with. So we look to organisations such as ChemSac and the SIN list to help us understand what is actually happening out there and what we should be looking at and what we should be focusing on. So Boots have a chemical working group. That group has a scientific foundation for policy decisions, so we review information that is presented to us that we gather ourselves and we determine what to do about it. That group has representation both from the scientific community within our company and also from technical and commercial parts of the group. Our chemicals working group takes inputs from a variety of sources, such as these that I have on the screen behind me. ChemSac is one of those, as is the Swedish Chemi list, OSPAR list. We also work with trade organisations such as the CTPA in the UK, CALIPA within the European Union, and our friends in the policy-making parts of government in the UK and also across the European Union. Early identification allows time to substitute, to help us identify alternatives and to plan for strategic substitution. We want to ensure that where we are removing chemicals, we do it in a strategic way, not in a reactionary way. And that ensures that we can continue to keep stock on shelves, we can get our customers keeping to buy that stock, which makes good commercial sense. And also we reduce the stock recalls and write-offs that we would see otherwise. It helps us to produce a decision-making tool internally, that we have our policies, we have our internal systems that highlight chemicals that can and cannot be used, and it makes it easy to have conversations with key stakeholders and decision-makers about these things. It's much easier to say, I need you to remove this chemical in 3 years' time than tomorrow. So now we have the new SIN list, and we're reviewing that, and we're seeing what we need to take out next.